Hey everyone, and welcome to day 141 of my daily drawing practice. I am Kyle, and today we're going to be coloring Hanzo here. So there's a couple things that I want to fix before I start coloring. Oh, my pencil's not working. Every once in a while it gets weirded out and you gotta plug it back in. Oh, weird. That Moxiewear sleeve is just like sliding off. Doesn't usually do that. Alright, we good. Alright, so things to fix. First thing, I want to move his head down just slightly because his chin is too long. And once I have his head in the right spot, probably around there, I want to fix the bar arm on the bow. And then once I have that stuff done, I'm going to start laying in flat colors. Oh, hello. RDA. How's it going? Flat. Yeah, so I'll start with flat colors and then I start doing shading on top of that. I guess not. That's alright. No pressure. No pressure here. Yeah, his chin looks a more reasonable size now. Jawline, I'll adjust just a little bit. Still might need some adjustment in this region, but we don't have to get it perfect. I can do a lot of edits while I'm coloring also. How did the Widowmaker and Tracer turn out? If you want to see like high res or higher res pictures of it, you can go to crummyfigures.tumblr.com. I can show you on here, but if you want to get a closer look or anything. So I wouldn't even consider this like totally done, but it's mostly done. I might go back in at some point down the road and do like a for real background on it, but I wanted to start a new picture. I skipped. I want to fix this leg, looks a little bit weird. I think I just had it a little bit too curved. It's like sort of curved in the source. But I really like doing fan art. I've noticed that if I am drawing stuff like that as opposed to figure drawing, I get like a lot more subs and stuff. So I might just try to do more of that on stream. And then if I'm doing figure drawing, just do that kind of on my own. It's always fun having like streams where there's more people. Okay. So I gotta fix the arm of the bow, especially the backside arm. That Widowmaker. Oh, thank you. But that Widowmaker and Tracer drawing was pretty fun. Like, I had a good time with that one. And it kind of wasn't really intended to be like a combo drawing in the beginning, so I didn't really think it through too much. And I don't know if this one is going to be a combo drawing or not either. I should probably start planning that type of thing. But I know that I want to draw Genji afterwards, so I may try to link them together. But we'll see. I don't know. Today I watched the Saturday Morning Duger for a long time. Dodger's like one of my favorite streamers, and she has a really long stream on Saturdays where she like has like a chat session in the beginning and then moves on to playing a game after that. And I watched both parts, and it was like 3 or something hours long. It was really good. She played Darkest Dungeon, which is a game that I've never actually played, but I really like watching it for some reason because so much can go bad so quickly. It's kind of like a dungeon crawler thing where you like hire mercenaries, and she names all the people after people in her stream. And it's like a brutal game, so people are constantly dying. For a while she had it as like a no death run, but eventually things went poorly and she got people starting to kick it. Which is alright. Kind of expected. God, I hate resizing stuff in Procreate. Such a fucking roll of the dice. Moving and resizing things, trying to do it accurately with like touch controls is a real nightmare hellscape. I wish I could talk to like as like a UI designer myself. I wish I could talk to the team at Procreate and give them a bunch of ideas, because I have like a whole laundry list of ideas that I would do. Of course, now that I'm streaming, I can't think of any of them. Otherwise, I'd start listing them off, but my brain just kind of goes to like poop when I'm streaming. I can't like formulate sentences. I can't like. I basically just become like a vegetable that rambles aimlessly without thinking about what they're saying. Drawing takes a bunch of my brain cycles, you know. I've had really fun streams the last couple of days. I've had a bunch of new people in chat and people interacting, and it's been really cool. Hey, COD Comrade. Speak of the devil. I was just talking about how there's new people in stream the last couple of days. And you got here before the colors started going down. Hello. After talking with you yesterday, I actually went and looked up a bunch of stuff on Samurai Jack. You polluted my mind. Your Samurai Jack agenda. I watched the teaser for the next season of it. It's fine. Yeah, I wonder what that is gonna look like. But the teaser is just super short. It was just basically 2 or 3 seconds. Now my Twitch page says I have 5 people in chat, but the chat itself is only showing 2. And maybe they are not logged in or they don't have accounts. Hello, creepy lurkers. Make accounts so I can talk to you. His skin is actually pretty orange. I might try to start a little bit too orange and then dial it back. No real reason. I've been trying to think about ways not to get overly gray and desaturated, which is something that I think I have an issue with. This is fucking just straight up orange basically. We'll see how this works. I've also decided that I'm not going to paint his tattoo right away. I'm going to do just skin tone first. Then I'll do tattoo over top of that. And I have there's these cool things that you can find for, especially for Hanzo. I don't know why, but they're Blizzard design documents. And they have his tattoo unwrapped off of his arm so you can see exactly what it is. And there's even stuff that has the colors that they use, the base tones for all of his costume and stuff. But I am not going to use that because I can't color sample that stuff anyway. What good does it do me? So when I do flat colors, I generally am very messy, and then I'll go through and clean that stuff up later. Actually, all of the stages of my drawing are done fairly messy, and then I'm pulling up on my plane yoke right before I hit the mountain at the end of the drawing, and I somehow always manage to kind of get it sort of neat looking. But it's basically just one long plane crash, is what I'm saying. I'm gonna make his hair a pretty dark brown. It ends up looking basically black, but he's got gray bits on the side here, but I can go over those after. The song that just came on, for some reason that opening reminded me of Jet Set Radio. I have no idea why. Also, one of the things that I do when I color is I'll go over the flats and get the flat colors first, and then I'll crush down the pencil drawing and the color into one layer, and then I'll just paint everything and eventually get rid of the color or the pencils by just painting over them. Just something that I've been doing only recently, really. But I like how it came out in the Tracer and Widowmaker. And I think the reason why I do that is because when I'm doing figure drawing, I generally like to cover over my lines. Because like if you're doing figure drawing and you're trying to get it like really accurate, like looking at a human in the world, they don't have like lines all around them. That's the simplest explanation for why you do that. But lines generally can get you like interesting different looks. I might add them back in at some point, but another part of it is I'm just pretty lazy and I don't like doing inking lines. So I'd rather either just have like messy pencils with like tight colors underneath them or no lines at all. But I don't know. I'm trying to get better at drawing, so maybe I'll start doing inked lines at some point. A lot of my favorite artists do inked, like nice clean lines. I don't know. So Genji's color palette is mostly like grayish, blackish, and then like a couple pops of color, like the knot thing on his quiver is yellow, and then he's got like a yellow bandana, and his skin is like reddishy orangey. But other than that, his costume is pretty subtle, and then his pants have almost like the wave pattern in him is like almost gold, I guess. That should be kind of fun. I didn't really do very much today. Went grocery shopping. I played some Uncharted and I beat Uncharted 4, which is a very good game. Very, very good. And then what else? I got my keyboard for my computer. I'm still waiting on my Amazon money this month for the order the monitor. This is going to be kind of weird because I'm using a really dark color and I'm not going to really totally be able to see my lines underneath. We'll see how that works out. I guess I could just fill the lines with a different color if I need to see them or something. It would look ugly though. Oh, I guess he has like this belt part here is like blue, so got more colors than just brown and stuff. But he has like very like subtle earthy colors and then like a couple pops of additional. I think it works though. And then his quiver is almost like greenish. And this, oh fuck. I also turned up the music volume on OBS a little bit. Hopefully it's a little bit more audible. I was watching back one of my streams on YouTube and the music was like really low, so I figured I'd just raise it up just a little bit. But hopefully you can still hear me alright. I tested my alpha today, and it can play Rocket League at like 1080p, 60 frames per second, which I'm pretty happy about. I really like Rocket League. And then Overwatch, I guess I've seen some YouTube videos that suggest that it can play that at similar settings, like pretty high graphical settings, 60 FPS. So I'm going to be getting a 1080p panel so I don't have to go through my monitor on my iMac. That will be nice. After the stream today, I'm going to be watching some Kisniver, this week's episode, which I've heard people, like anecdotally on Twitter and stuff, say is good this week. I think last week's is really good too, so I always like it when shows kind of like get and maintain a good sense of quality in them. My girlfriend was saying that she was kind of afraid that Kisniver would not be super great. Why do I keep undoing? But she really likes it too. I'm kind of... something's a little bit off here. I'm just kind of rolling with it. I'm not going to move his arm and shit. Crazy like how much of him has like brown as the base color. But I think stuff like this is going to be really fun to color when I start doing shading, because it'll be like adding highlights on top of the base color to pull it out, and that will like make it what differentiates like each section from each other, like what highlight colors I use. That should be kind of fun. Every time I see how this brush like fills in, like with the kind of stair stepping, looking like, why did I create this brush? It's just so weird. I really like it though. So something crazy happened today. Oh, thank you for hosting, Cyanide. I tweeted. So Aaron Hansen from Game Grumps does this thing every weekend where he like asks people to send him like drawings of cuties. So I sent him a picture of my Widowmaker and Overwatch, or Widowmaker and Tracer from Overwatch. And Ross from Game Grumps ended up following me on Twitter at Crummy Kyle, if you'd like to follow also. But he followed me, and I like was just like freaking out because I've been watching Game Grumps and Steam Train and all their shows for ever basically, and I got followed by Rubber Ross. Pretty fucking cool. Yeah, I saw that you had like favorited that or whatever. I think you either replied to it or favorited it. I don't remember. But pretty fucking cool. I was really, really surprised. I'm like worried now that he's gonna like show up in my Twitch stream. If he sees all my tweets, but I was like looking at his profile and he follows like 900 something people. So it's kind of unlikely that he'd even see anything that I tweet, I guess. Because his stream probably, or his feed probably moves so quickly. It's kind of like whatever, but in before Superhost. God, if he hosts me, that would blow my shit up. I'd probably have like a panic attack. Because like the most people I've ever had in here is like 6 or 7 maybe. And I'm a pretty like antisocial dude in person. I wouldn't say like antisocial, but I'm very introverted and I'm very shy. And when I'm streaming, it doesn't really affect me too much because I'm just like talking to names on a list, basically. And although you guys are very cool, all of you have been very nice, and I don't really feel as nervous as I would if it was like a room of people and watching me draw or something, you know? Even though it literally is like a chat room full of people. If I was like in front of a crowd drawing, I would shit my pants. So because I'm new at Crunchyroll, they had like a thing and I had to get up and introduce myself. And I felt really awkward doing that because I'm a fucking awkward dude. But I kept it short. I basically just said like, hey, I'm Kyle, I'm on this team. Bye. Genji, you so brown, all your clothes so brown. I think he's gonna be really fun to do the shading on. He's got so many like cool pops of color. Like on his boots, he's got these like greenish, bluish, like Tron glowy things happening. He has one of those here as well. But I know that Ross does a lot of his drawing stuff in like Flash because he does a lot of like animation. I haven't done animation in a long time. I do like UI animation stuff for work, but like character animation, I used to be super into that, but not so much anymore because it takes so much time to do. I'm doing this every day and I don't know. So these things right here where I'm coloring is actually like another series of knots sort of like up here on the quiver. But I don't know, I didn't draw those in. I figured I could just do those when I color because I have like kind of indications of where they are anyway. I think that will be enough to go off of. How has everyone else's Saturday been? Hope you guys had good ones so far. I appreciate you guys showing up to hang out for my art stream today. And start taking bets on right as I'm giving my like outro, like thanks for showing up type of stuff. On a whole bunch of people hopping into chat and being like, yo, I'm looking to stay here for 2 hours. Day's been pretty good. Did you do anything fun or is it relaxation? What you got? I know, Overwatch is so fucking close. It's so hard for me to play video games during the week now, though. Because every day I get home from work and I have to like eat dinner and do a bunch of stuff and then stream, or at least draw if I'm not gonna stream. I probably won't get to play too much Overwatch till like next weekend. Kind of blows. I'll probably get a little bit in here and there. But I did finish Uncharted, so I made way for it. I was talking today with my girlfriend about like how cool the character designs are in Overwatch. We were talking about which like characters have our favorite designs. I think my favorite designs are Hanzo and um, Tracer, but I also really like what's his name? The like monk robot guy. I think he's cool looking. Is it like Zediata or something? I don't know. I can't remember his name. I also like Widowmaker's design. I think she's kind of cool. Ooh, where did that color come from? Zenyatta, that's it. So I'm going tomorrow at 9. I'm going to an Overwatch experience thing at a movie theater. Me and my girlfriend are going. I'm meeting some people from work. That should be cool. I think they're going to be doing like showing all the shorts they have. I think they might be showing a new short. They say that there's going to be swag there to give out. I hope they give out like player skins or something cool like that. I think there's supposed to be like a Soldier 76 short that they haven't shown anywhere else. I haven't played him at all, so I don't really know what his shit is at all. I know he shoots like balls at people. He seems like he'd be like a healer class, is he? Just from like his persona and vibes. For some reason, I want to call the DJ looking dude, the healer guy with the beats gun or whatever. I want to call him Lucario, the Pokemon. I don't know why. Doesn't he seem like he'd be a healer though? Hey Dario, welcome back. All about that internet speed like usual. So Dario. What do you care about, man? Just a, like it's just a vegetable, but it's streaming in such high quality, consistent internet speeds. You'll watch it for days. I just really like how Zenyatta looks. I think he's like really cool looking. The whole like floating thing and the prayer bead looking necklace that like he uses as a weapon is kind of neat. Yeah, despite what COD Comrade thinks, this is not Samurai Jack fan art. This is indeed Overwatch. Man, we got a little chat going here. Samurai Jack doesn't use a bow. He uses a sword. Flat colors, flat colors. These are going pretty quick, guys. We might get some shading in tonight. It's only been not very long. If you believe hard enough, anything can be Samurai Jack. I don't know if, like, technically that's true. I don't know if I've talked about this on stream at all, but I have a sort of popular blog that like describes how to cosplay as Snake from Metal Gear 3. And I was revealing that to some of my new coworkers, Crunchyroll, and they were like, "Oh, can you do the voice?" And I used to do the like Snake's voice all the time, and I used to be pretty good at it. But gave them a couple impressions, and they were like, "Dang, your Snake voice is actually pretty decent." I haven't done it in a long time, so I'm very out of practice. Oh, no, no worries. Feel free to pop out if you need to. Come back whenever. This is a chill ass stream. My motto, if I had one, would probably be like chill as fuck. Octagon. Whenever people call him Octagon, he's like, oh no, you didn't. I wonder if that, like, in any, like, circles of friends, if that's ever become, like, an insult. You know, you're being a real Otacon right now. Snake, do you think that love can bloom on the battlefield? Man, shut the fuck up. Big Dorko. Go pee your pants. My dude. I hadn't even considered that. That's like a really good use of like the creative channel. Like queuing for a game and then just like watching someone draw while you wait. Bunch of smart folks here, you guys. I don't know. I guess he just has really wide knee pads or something. Wasn't sure what that was. Alright. Got us some flat ass colors. Guess I should do breadsticks up here. No, I know they're not breadsticks anymore. They look like arrows, I guess. Actually, I do like a lot of weird Metal Gear voices. I just realized that like when I was doing my Dark Souls playthrough, not Dark Souls, Bloodborne, I started one of my streams with a Liquid Snake impersonation. Aight. Erase this extra part. I think I just like super roughed in this arm. Isn't something I actually want to be the arm. Alright. I think first thing I'm gonna do is start making his skin better. As in, not the most orange skin. And I might try to do like some interesting highlight colors or something on this at some point. I mean, orange is pretty great, but I think we can do better. Make skin great again. Music is making me feel like I have to paint faster. Shit this stuff out. This is just going to be like really general. I just kind of basically am trying to get like highlights and shadows where they're supposed to be, and then as I go through on top of the pencils, I'll get more detailed. So I'm just trying to like lay out where this stuff kind of generally has to be at the moment. I don't know if I know who Ailstorm is. Unfortunately. Scottish pirate metal. I don't actually listen to a ton of metal. Like the only metal I really listen to is baby metal. But that sounds cool. Pirate metal. Can't go wrong with that. Like, are all their songs like actually piratey, or is that just kind of like a thing that they say they do? I wonder how old Hanzo is supposed to be, because he's got like gray. Every song is a pirate. Are they like sea shanty sounding? That's cool. Sea shanties with double bass. Shit, new Hustle Cat. Maybe that's what we watched before Kisniver. Hustle Cat from Dodger is awesome. This has a fucking Go Ninja sample in it? The heck? This is... Yeah, I'll check one of them out. I'll look it up. As far as what tablet this is actually an iPad Pro, which I've had since February and I've used basically every day. I have a Cintiq 13 HD as well. I actually like the way that the iPad Pro feels more. Procreate is just like such a good native painting app. I used to use Paper by 53 a lot, like when it first came out, but it's like very limiting. It only has like a couple brushes and you can't really customize that much stuff. But that was fun. It kind of like forced you into constraints that were kind of interesting. I have a bunch of like my old 53 stuff on my Flickr account, which I don't really use that much anymore. I should toss them onto like DeviantArt or something. I don't really use DeviantArt that much, honestly, either. I should start posting stuff to DeviantArt too. Everything I do is basically on my Tumblr, which, in case you missed it, is crummyfigures.tumblr.com. Do you draw, Dario? Or are you interested in art? Sometimes I just like ignore my pencils. Like his cheekbone was too low, so I was just like, oh fuck it, ignore. I feel like I've already gotten rid of a lot of the orange. I don't know if I've gotten rid of too much. Or let's get his muscles defined here. And worry about color later. Cool thing about this, and I guess you can do this in like Photoshop and stuff too for sure, is you can just like add color pretty easily, either like physically adding it with painting, or you can just like do color adjustments. Make it really easy to change stuff. That's like one of the huge reasons I really like doing stuff digitally as opposed to on paper. On paper, you fuck something up, you have to erase it and you have to get it right again. But digitally, like if I get a proportion wrong or something, I can just fucking skew the whole thing and get it where it needs to be. It's just like much more efficient. Because like the difference between noticing something's wrong and fixing it is just like time. And on digital work, you can just kind of cut that time down. If you're working on paper, straight fucked. I think that's like the duck hunt dog crying. It definitely was. I think you get like a cool kind of interesting look if you're pulling like highlights out of a darker color. Yeah, it's fucking weird, but I'm kind of into it. There's actually a really good anime this season called Tonkatsu DJ, which you should check out if you're into electronic music at all, or interesting weird animes. It is about a kid that learns to DJ and works at a tonkatsu restaurant and notices similarities between the two. I listen to such like a weird mix of music. I listen to a lot of just like rock stuff or electronic or like pop. I'm kind of in the same boat actually. Not a country fan. A lot of my relatives, or some of my relatives, listen to country, and I just can't deal with it. Like I used to think I was like allergic to country because my aunt has a minivan, and whenever she'd give me a ride, she'd be like listening to country music, and I would always feel sick. And to this day, I'm not sure if it was the country music or the minivan that, that did me in. But almost every time I felt sick. It was Zelda EDM. Of all the fucking things, I pick up the one grayish color in here. I do agree that a lot of country music sounds the same. And I listen to a podcast. I listen to a lot of podcasts by like the McElroy brothers. I don't know if anyone here is familiar with them. But one of the ones that they do is Mabim Bam, My Brother and Me. And they always talk about Chris Gaines. I think it's mostly because they think it's ridiculous. But Chris Gaines is basically this like fake persona that Garth Brooks came up with. So you could do like alternative rock. Fucking dumb. All right. And there's like a window up on my screen that shows like what's streaming in from the iPad, and the colors look so much different than they do on my screen. I hope it doesn't look like garbage on the actual stream. This doesn't really matter. The final picture will be posted somewhere. So even if it does look like garbage, you guys can see what it looks like on the blog. I think it was a good choice for me to switch away from Dark Souls to finish Uncharted, because Uncharted really didn't take very long in the scheme of things. I don't know if that's the right color. This, yeah, like almost yellow. I think I'm doing a pretty good job tonight of just kind of like jumping around this drawing and not getting too bogged down in any one thing, which is an issue that I've had during this phase. Like I've had many times when I am trying to do this type of thing and I'll like see an issue with the face and I'll just like stay on the face all night trying to fix it. I've been kind of just jumping around, which I'm happy with. Because this is really all about just getting the kind of basic colors going and like generally outlining the forms. This stuff in between is not supposed to be eye color. Alright. I think this drawing is going to be pretty cool, hopefully. I had an idea for a drawing that I want to try for a t-shirt, that I'm gonna submit to the Yeti. It's gonna be really dumb and require knowledge of like a couple different series, so I'm not sure if it'll actually get printed. Thank you. I think it's looking like him, which is a good start. Usually at this point, it's kind of up in the air about whether it will look like them or not. Like I had a lot of trouble with Widowmaker. But I think my next drawing might be an attempt at that t-shirt, maybe. And that might be a failure because I'm not going to be using references really. Still can't believe that Ross is following me. Like when I got that push notification, I was like, what the fuck? How is this happening? This is the kind of stuff that I wish I was already painting over the image. I already want to like start getting rid of pencil lines here. I think I'm like approaching that point where I can. So tomorrow I'll probably be doing over painting. Yeah, it was pretty surreal. I've like followed his stuff for probably like 6 or 7 years now. Ooh. That's the downside of this brush, is if you don't get it right angle, you can really just make stupid looking lines. Even if you do get the right angle, you can make stupid looking lines. So this stuff is all on top of the pencil layer. I'm just doing it really messy right now. But this stuff is basically like kind of glowing. I'm gonna do it real quick. This is the same color. And I don't think that that stuff will take shadow on it, just because it's like giving off light. When I paint, I think that'll be flat, and then like the area around that might get some amount of glow from it. I think this stuff might need to be like a little bit greener. Maybe like that. I don't know what this music is. Yeah, it's not bad. Kind of a crazy thing. So because of the pencil lines in here, this isn't really taking on the forms that it should yet, but we'll get to that. Got plenty of time to get this stuff pushing and pulling in the right way. All right, I'm starting to get stuck here. Moving on, moving on, moving on. Alright, so it's getting... How long have I been streaming? Hour and 16, so it's getting sort of near the end of the stream. I probably want to get something going on his Ponce. It's Fancy Ponce. I might call it. I'm gonna go back underneath. And for the pants, I'm basically just gonna start with black colors, and then I'm gonna add the like metallic stuff later. There's some like metallic-y wave pattern. There's a Metallica wave pattern. The highlight is slightly yellower than his top thing. I don't know why the iPad preview screen looks so different from what I'm looking at. I wonder if there's something I can do to make it more in line. I'll have to see what it looks like on the actual footage. It looks like it does there. That sucks because it looks like shit. Wow, what's happening? What are you doing? Crazy. This stuff's like metallic, so I'm trying to make it sort of metally. I'll go into much more detail in that later. Kinda into this song. Hashtag chill as fuck. Dodger posted a new Hustle Cats. You wanna watch that after? In case you couldn't hear, my girlfriend said, "Fuck yeah, I do." He knows what's up. Uh, I'm not gonna get too detailed in this. This will be stuff I work on tomorrow. I kind of want to go watch some stuff. I think I might be coming to an end soon here. Alright guys, I think that might be it for tonight. We'll be back again tomorrow. Continue going on coloring Hanzo. I think we made some good progress tonight. We went from basically nothing to having a pretty good amount of his flats done entirely and starting to do some of the like local color. Yeah, that'd be awesome. I appreciate you guys hanging out in the stream and chatting with me. I'll talk to you again real soon. Alright guys, have a good weekend. Later.